the deep tradition of heavyweight title matches. Tonight, here in not so beautiful Sebring, I put the FIP heavyweight champion. I did not steal this belt. You shut your mouth or I swear I'll come out there and I'll stick a bar of soap in it. Knowing you, you'll probably eat it, fatty. I put the heavyweight championship, which I rightfully earned, on the line tonight. And I follow in the footsteps of the great Briscoe brothers, Dusty Rhodes, and Blackjack Mulligan. So bring on Bryan Danielson, because I'm going to pin him 2 straight falls, and I'm going to slap him so hard, his beard's coming right off his ugly face.
No! You can't do that, Paul!
Pretend he's Raven.
Stop!
And his opponent, he is from Aberdeen, Washington. He weighs in tonight at 187 pounds. This is Bryan Danielson.
First off, I'd like to let everybody know that I think Sebring is beautiful, folks. Don't listen to this guy. And you talk about the rich history of Florida wrestling and all that kind of stuff. But CM Punk, that's not even your belt. You stole that belt from Homicide. So this isn't even a title match. You didn't even come out second, for heaven's sake.
Who's got the belt? Who's got the belt? He said.
Anyways, this might not be a championship match, CM Punk, but I'm still going to beat you 2 out of 3 falls for what you did to me last month here. When you and your pretend crippled friend hit me with a, whatever that was, a 2x4. And tonight I'm going to get you. And I'm going to beat you 2 out of 3 falls.
American Lion! American Lion!
Yeah, baby! You're right.
Punk ain't shit! Punk ain't shit! Punk ain't shit!
Hold it up! Hold it up, it's a championship match!
Hold it up! I tell you,
Hold it up!
Hey, Cripple.
What's your bill?
Conspiracy. CM sucks.
And we are underway with your main event of the evening. 2 out of 3 falls, no time limit, as CM Punk is set to battle American Dragon Bryan Danielson. And at the beginning of that matchup, Punk sort of taking issue with the referee not holding up the FIP Heavyweight Championship before the contest, because, hey, this is a championship match.
Homicide's wrestling tonight?
No. CM Punk holds that title with prestige.
No. CM Punk holds that belt as a thief. Homicide holds the title. CM Punk is just hanging on to the belt until Homicide can come back and take it back from him and bring it back where it rightfully belongs, around his waist.
Well, until Homicide can actually do that, Punk is holding on to that title. So let's see if Homicide is man enough to actually get in the ring with Punk once again. But this is the second time that CM Punk and American Dragon have battled in an FIP ring. Last time, it was CM Punk coming out on the winning end of the matchup. Bryan Danielson had Punk in an airplane spin. Round and round they went, and the legs of CM Punk inadvertently struck the official. Down he went. Bryan Danielson attempted to gain the victory from that point, but with the referee down, New Dawn associate of CM Punk's, Azrael, came to the ring with a 2x4, but hey, the referee doesn't see it, it doesn't happen. Put that to use on the leg of Bryan Danielson and got the victory as the referee was revived and Azrael was nowhere to be found. Part of the New Dawn strategy.
That brings us to tonight's matchup. 2 out of 3 falls. Both hopefully that'll settle this issue between Bryan Danielson and CM Punk once and for all. Azrael not here. That's only a plus for Bryan Danielson. However, he still has to contend with Milo Beasley on the outside.
That's Mr. Milo Beasley to you, and shoving CM Punk down to the canvas. Danielson is ready for a fight.
He certainly is ready for a fight, and as CM Punk looks on, Bryan Danielson circles him in the center of the ring. 2 out of 3 falls. Very interesting dynamic to a match like that. Whoever wins that first fall has such a huge advantage in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh, certainly. And, you know, as part of CM Punk's mic work before the match began, it is tradition, you know, it's like they used to do in the old days, to decide a main event, to decide title matches. Whoever can score 2 victories within the given time limit walks away holding on to that title, whether it's a title match or not on this given evening. That's open for debate. But this time they do not have a time limit constraint. No time limit on this 2 out of 3 falls back.
Time limit indeed, and CM Punk flat on the mat. The knee of Bryan Danielson right in the face of CM Punk as he tries to put those shoulders down for a count. Whoa, Greg right there. He's standing right on the face of CM Punk. Oh my God.
Is that legal? Referee needs to get in there.
Flat of the foot, it's legal. 2 count, and CM Punk's able to get up.
What if it's flat of the foot on the throat? That's considered a choke,
That
right?
would be a choke. Not on your face, though. Some people, it might help them to have a flat of the foot.
Man, why didn't I ever think of that? You can just stand on the guy's face and it's legal.
Absolutely.
Nice bridge from Danielson, keeping his shoulders off the canvas. He tries to break it, but Danielson keeps the bridge.
What strength in the neck muscles of Bryan Danielson, supporting all 220 pounds of CM Punk as they come down across his knees, and he catches him in a body scissor.
Just wrenching away on the lower back of CM Punk right there. You can see the expression of pain on his face as Danielson powering himself up by the arms to put maximum pressure on the hold.
Jim Bragg right there. Danielson lost track of where he was for a second, had both shoulders down. CM Punk able to get 2 count.
Grabs the head, pulls it in tightly, but wrenches back on that with his leg strength. A lot of leg strength and neck strength in American Dragon.
Absolutely, he's in tremendous shape, as is CM Punk. Love him or hate him, there's no questioning his ability inside the ring. He is one of the best competitors anywhere in Full Impact Pro, or anywhere in this business for that matter. And Bryan Danielson is more than going to have his hands full with CM Punk tonight, especially with Milo Beasley at his side.
Well, you know, one of the biggest complaints about CM Punk during the early years of his career, actually there were 2. Well, I'll get back to that in a second. Frog headstands by both these men, and it's a slap fight right across the face while keeping that headstand.
Look at the strength of both of these guys standing on their heads and trading slaps across the face. Finally, Danielson able to gain the advantage and get another 2 count on CM Punk, who's going to take it to the outside and the relative safety of the floor and his good personal friend, Milo Beasley.
Mr. Milo Beasley. Yeah, taking a little bit of a break, getting it down before it got a little bit too hot in the kitchen called the ring. But as I was saying, early in CM Punk's career, there were 2 main complaints about him from some of the more critical wrestling fans and his fellow wrestlers. Number 1 was his appearance, that he wore baggy shorts, basketball shorts, boxing shorts, whatever you want to call them. He's gotten a lot more serious now. He's donning the tights. It gives him a lot more mobility in that ring, and it makes him that much of a better athlete in an athletic context as he quickly rolls up for a near fall right there. The other main criticism was CM Punk's body, that he did not have enough muscle mass on him. You take the CM Punk that you see in the ring right now and compare it to the CM Punk of a year and a half ago, it's like 2 different people. He's put on a lot of muscle mass in the gym during the past few months. Has really leaned down, cut all that extra body fat off. You can see abs on CM Punk. He is truly a much greater, just the fact that he's added more muscle mass as well fine-tuned his wrestling time.
Certainly a much better physique. 2 of the best conditioned athletes also, not just the body on CM Punk now, but just the actual cardio shape he gets himself into. Tells me he now does an hour a day of cardio, and it shows. Look at the lean muscle mass as well, not just muscle mass, lean muscle mass that allows him, especially in a match of this type, 2 out of 3 falls, and a no time limit match, to be in shape to go as long as that match tends to go. And CM Punk and Bryan Danielson as well, two of the best conditioned athletes you're ever going to see anywhere in the wrestling business.
Oh yeah, both of them have a lot of endurance. As now Bryan Danielson going to work on the arm of CM Punk, referee getting in there to see if he needs to give it up. You know, if it gets a little bit too dangerous in there for one of these two men, being trapped in a submission hold that could do damage to a body part that will cost them in the long run in this 2-on-3 matchup, it might be in their best interest to maybe submit here in the first fall if it saves that body part from damage that's going to cost them the decision in the match later on.
Absolutely. You might want to lose the battle to win the war, so it were, especially in a match of this type when you never know how long it can go. You don't want to be going a long stretch of time with only one body part, whether it's an arm or a leg, if some serious damage was to occur due to a painful submission hold that you struggled to get out of but did not submit for a long period of time. Right now, it's Bryan Danielson on the mat, his leg controlled by CM Punk there, and Danielson's trying to find a way to get out and back up to his feet, and now the boots to the hamstring of Bryan Danielson, the same hamstring I believe that was injured with the 2x4 courtesy of Azrael.
CM Punk won that match with a figure 4 leg lock.
After a 2x4 shot.
Well, yes, after the 2x4. Another submission hold that Punk has been putting to use and has finished off many opponents with as of late is the Anaconda Box. While Bryan Danielson likes to put the cattle mutilation, the double arm bridge submission to use on his opponents. So both of them have submission holds in their repertoire that they like to put to use.
I'm sure we'll be seeing some or all of them before this match is said and done. 2 out of 3 falls, as we said. Big kick to the back from Danielson, small to the back of Punk as he's trying to alleviate some of the pressure. And look at Punk wrench back, and finally Danielson is forced to go right to the face, and he just fires a right hand into the jaw of CM Punk to enable himself to free himself from that hold. See Danielson flexing that left knee as CM Punk was just going to work on that leg again.
Still in the feeling out process here. They know that in a 2 out of 3 falls match, it's almost like you have to wrestle 3 matches potentially. And you need to conserve your energy because you never know how long it could go. And with no time limit, it certainly could go a long time here too.
These two men, no strangers to long matches. They've gone 30, 40, even 60-plus minutes in their careers. So we could be in for quite a night of wrestling here in the main event. We've already had a tremendous night so far, and we are just getting things started here. CM Punk now is going to work with a big chop on Bryan Danielson in the corner. And Danielson's in a little bit of trouble right now.
Danielson letting it register. European uppercut from Punk. Danielson trying to shrug it off. And again, not really having an effect on it.
Danielson with one of his own making a pair, and CM Punk's in trouble. That takes him off his feet finally. Bryan Danielson just dotted the eyes of CM Punk with 3 vicious and a snapmare takes him off his feet, and he controls him with a rear chin lock.
Grabs that chin lock, looking to take the energy out of Punk. Again, both of these men known for their endurance, as you said, known for going, in matches. Bryan Danielson within the past year going upwards of 70 minutes. CM Punk has gone 93 minutes in the past. So both of these men, they really are ring conditioned athletes. We're not just saying that because they spend a lot of time in the gym. They've proven it in the wrestling ring with top caliber.
The fact that these two men both know they have that kind of conditioning too, one would lead themselves to believe that you might not see these guys take a lot of chances. If you know that you have the ability to go 30, 40, 50 minutes, you're not going to want to be willing to make that mistake. You're going to try and wear your opponent down. But the fact that both men in this match have the ability to go that long if necessary, as we see a quick
almost two right there.
Both these men, as I said, have the ability to go that long. It's not going to stop them from taking chances. They're going to try and end this as quickly as they can because they're not going to have the advantage of being in the ring with someone who can't go as long as they can.
Yeah, it's as much a mind game in this one as it is a physical game, and the strategy knowing that their opponent is just as good as they are in this matchup. CM Punk with the side headlock takeover, cranking up on the neck of Bryan Danielson. Punk has been known to put the side headlock to use very well in his matches, with Samoa Joe and Ring of Honor especially. A guy where he was fighting off the size disadvantage with Samoa Joe, but using that headlock and going back to the hold and wearing the big man down took away his energy, and that's what cost CM Punk to be able to go 60 minutes. Champion.
Hip toss off the leapfrog by Danielson, and an arm drag again takes Punk off his feet. Big scoop and a slam. Danielson finally goes down for a cover. Count of 1, 2. CM Punk kicks out.
Hook
And
the leg,
Danielson
man.
once again goes right back to the arm.
Thinking back on that arm, referee checking on Punk's condition. Measures him, drives the knee right into that arm.
Driving it right into the shoulder socket. Gets a 1 count. CM Punk there finally able to reach that right arm across to try and break it. Drops the leg across the arm as well.
Keeps the arm tied up, wraps both legs around it. Punk trying to fight it off.
He's got that leg tied up, Grapevine between his thighs there.
Now single-handed knuckle lock forces the free arm of CM Punk's down to the canvas and his shoulders down for a near fall. Now Punk trying to use his legs to try to push himself out of this position.
Look at him driving the forearm across the bridge of the nose and the cheek now of CM Punk. Just trying to force that shoulder down for a count. Punk trying to knee his way out, connects with a couple of shots to the ribs. Danielson now is going to roll through, and Punk is finally able to make it to the ropes.
Too close to the ropes. It's the little things that count, like having that forearm across the face of CM Punk while keeping all of his limbs tied up, applying pressure, and forcing his shoulders down to the canvas. That's what makes Bryan Danielson such a tremendous wrestler.
Another big pole uppercut rocks CM Punk, and a big kick right to the chest. Punk's wobbled in the center of the ring against the ropes. Danielson now with another armbar and twist, and just drives that arm right down across his own shoulder, trying to dislocate that shoulder, separate the ball socket in the shoulder there, and do all sorts of damage to CM Punk. And once again, and he hangs on to the arm this time again, trying to go for the 3rd time now. CM Punk in all sorts of trouble as that left arm in trouble, and a big suplex takes him up and down. He might have him here. Count of 1, count of 2. CM Punk again able to kick out.
Dragon has certainly picked the arm of CM Punk to go after here in the first fall of the matchup with 0-0. And you know that he likes to put the cat of mutilation to use. That puts the arms of CM Punk, in a bad predicament. So if he's got a weak arm, not only does that free him up for a potential submission to the cat of mutilation, but it makes it more difficult for Punk to do any power moves that require use of that.
Another bridge by CM Punk. Look at the strength of the neck muscles of CM Punk. Absolutely unbelievable. A 3rd time he's up. And finally now, Danielson drops the knee right across the face of CM Punk.
And just a few moments ago, we were saying, look at the neck muscles of Danielson. How about Punk going for the cat of mutilation, but it's a little bit too early for that and too close to the ropes as Cross forces the break of the attempt at the cat of mutilation.
CM Punk knowing where he is in the ring at all times. Fortunately for him right there, he was able to save himself from that submission move. Sent into the ropes, charging in with a big running knee right to the face. Bryan Danielson is just going to work right now on CM Punk here in the first fall of this 2 out of 3 falls match. Irish whip to the head of CM Punk hits hard. Danielson coming in again, and a knee hits the top turnbuckle, and over the top to the floor goes Danielson, and he is in serious, serious trouble now on the floor as that knee that has already been damaged by the 2x4 and figure 4, and there goes Milo Beasley. What's his name again?
It's a miracle. Mr. Milo Beasley getting a burst of energy. He saw CM Punk maybe needed his help a little bit, and I can't believe that he took the chance of getting out of that chair.
Crippled.
Punk putting the boots to Bryan Danielson now. That could be a game-changing play right there. Danielson going for the 2nd high knee in the corner. Punk moved out of the way, and the knee of Danielson collided with that top turnbuckle, and that could be a weakness on the body of Bryan Danielson right now. If Punk can go after that leg, go after that knee, it could mean a fall, it could mean the match.
Bryan Danielson, we talked about earlier, if you're going to be caught in a submission move, it might be something you're going to want to give up to avoid doing any further damage. He was caught in that figure 4 after that 2x4 shot the last time these 2 met, and now that knee is in serious, serious trouble here as he took a nasty spill to the floor. And CM Punk, ever the capitalist, is taking advantage of that knee and going to work now on the hamstring and the quadriceps femoris muscles, the four-headed muscle of the thigh, and he is trying to go to work on the very large thighs of Bryan Danielson.
Very smart wrestler. Looking to wear Danielson down. You'll notice he's not quickly going for a high-impact move. He just saw that there's a weakness. He needs to wear that limb down. And maybe he even won't get a submission here in the first fall on the leg, but if he stays on that for the duration of the 3 falls of this match, if it goes that long, it could mean a decision later in the night.
Danielson able to make it to the ropes and force the break, but not before CM Punk used every minute of that count to drive his elbow into that knee, the knee that has already been damaged here early on. Now he's got him up in a double underhook suplex possibly coming here. He's got those arms butterflied. Danielson trying to fight. Look at him, big squat, trying to fight with all he has. A couple of knees, and finally CM Punk takes him off his feet, floats over, count of 1, 2, and Danielson kicks out.
Surprised Punk was able to get that butterfly suplex with all the work on the arm of Punk that Danielson did early on in the matchup. As Punk went back to work on that leg. You know, as much as Danielson is in a lot of right now with Punk working over his knee, you got to think that even though Punk's letting his arm rest a bit while he's on offense here, Danielson needs to remember, stay focused on that arm. He did damage early on. We have a weekend CM Punk in there as well, even though Danielson's the one trapped in the submission hold right there.
Nice job by Danielson to free himself from that hold, able to use his good leg to pry himself free as he slapped himself into a kick into the side of the head of CM Punk, who is now just stalking Danielson, who's having trouble making it to his feet. He's a one-legged wrestler right now, and CM Punk is just stalking him, waiting for a spot to open up, as they're just trading kicks here.
As much as this may look like a defensive maneuver on Danielson's part because he can't really get back to his feet, it's also an offensive strategy because Punk doesn't really know what to expect when Danielson's just waiting for Punk to leave an opening where Danielson can grab hold of him like he did just.
Punk again going to work on that knee, but Danielson able to turn him over, and now is using his one leg again to try and free himself from this predicament.
And goes back to that arm.
Right back to the arm bar. CM Punk's in trouble, and he has to go to the ropes to force a break. Out of nowhere, Danielson, after trying to free himself with a couple of kicks to the side of the head, loosened up that grip from CM Punk, and he was able to lock in that arm bar. Tension right now in the corner with a brutal uppercut, and a big chop, another uppercut, and another chop from Danielson, and he is laying out heavy lumber now on CM Punk out of the corner. And now it's Danielson who's looking to go to work on the legs of CM Punk.
Well, he hasn't lost focus because he did go right back to that arm as soon as he had the opportunity to do so. And now he's looking to do even more damage to the arms as well as the legs of CM Punk as he's going for this surfboard.
Trying to lock in the surfboard. Punk trying to fight everything he has to keep him down. Danielson rocking back. If he can turn him over and get to his back, CM Punk's going to be in all sorts of trouble. There it is. He's got it locked in right there. CM Punk, look at the pressure on the back of the knees, the small of the back as well as the shoulders. Look at the strength on the rope, though, able to stand up out of it and fight out and go right to one with an STF.
Wow, Punk able to free his arms, the arms first, which is good for him because Danielson was going after that arm. Then freed the legs, kept hold of the leg of Danielson, turned it right into the step over toe hold and grabbed the face lock. And now Danielson in a submission predicament.
Jim Bragg right there checking on Danielson to see if he wants to give it up. CM Punk has the STF locked in. Danielson facing the wrong way is not going to be able to grab the ropes. And CM Punk now is just cranking back on the face of Bryan Danielson, who's trying to crawl his way across the ring. Look at the strength of this man carrying CM Punk on his back, trying with everything he has to make it to the ropes, and he does.
Referee asking for the break. Punk using up those few seconds to keep the hold applied before listening to what the referee asks. And now
back to the
spinning
leg.
toe hold. Maybe looking for the figure 4 right here.
There it is, the figure 4. That's the movie beat Bryan Danielson with just the last time they met. No 2x4 shot this time, but he's been working over the leg for some time here. And Bryan Danielson's in trouble right now as Milo Beasley looks on, offering encouragement to CM Punk.
Mr. Milo Beasley.
Mr. Milo Beasley. CM Punk with the figure 4 on Danielson. Jim Bragg right there. CM Punk reaching back, getting an assist from Milo Beasley. 1, 2. Oh, Danielson just able to lift that shoulder, excuse me, and break the count.
Yeah, the pain of the figure 4 forcing the shoulders of Danielson down to the canvas. But hey, referee was out of position right there, had his back turned to Punk, so he utilized Mr. Milo Beasley on the floor to his advantage.
Which makes it okay, because the referee's back was turned.
If the referee's not doing his job, that's not Punk's fault. And still with the figure 4 applied, and the shoulders down again for a near fall. so much pain put on the legs, it takes energy out of the body of Danielson, and he almost doesn't realize that he's pinning himself while sitting in the hold. And now chopping away at the chest of Punk, trying to free himself and trying to turn over the figure four, and he does.
He's reversed it, and now the pressure is squarely on the knees of CM Punk. Bryan Danielson, unbelievably able to turn it and reverse it, and CM Punk is forced to go to the ropes and break the hold. Unbelievable. Bryan Danielson somehow able to reverse it. He was in that hold for a minute and a half. Unbelievable that he didn't give up in the first place, let alone reverse it, but CM Punk now is going right back to work on that.
Just stomping away, Danielson in a bad way right now. Punk needs to slap on another submission. Splash down right across that leg. The abs of CM Punk doing work over the leg of Bryan Danielson right there.
Bryan Danielson still struggling to get to his feet. He hasn't been able to get up for some time now. Punk is going to give him a hand. Big scoop by CM Punk right in the center of the ring. Hard slam right in the center. And right away, Danielson again goes right to the leg. And look at that kick. Punk again just unloading on the hamstring and the knee.
Very wise strategy. You'll notice Danielson had sort of made his way toward the ropes. Punk picked him back up, placed him in the middle of the ring with that body slam. Right where he needs him, away from the ropes, so that he can't force a break.
A little bit of a mistake there, possibly. Kowtowing to the crowd, climbing the top rope, looking down at this crowd here in Sebring instead of trying to work over Bryan Danielson's already damaged knee. But now he's going to get him in the corner. Connects with a big elbow as Jim Bragg's in there trying to get him to come on out. Get out of my way, he says. Drop kick right to the side of the thigh and the knee, and he is hung up. Danielson is hung up in the ropes. He is in all sorts of trouble right here. Jim Bragg has to free him finally from those ropes, and Bryan Danielson may be seriously hurt here right now.
I smell a successful title defense for CM Punk here. 2 out of 3 falls in 2 straight falls.
What title is he defending?
FIP heavyweight. Anyway, chop across the chest of Danielson. Whether you want to recognize him as the rightful champion or not, he's got the belt.
He has the belt, but I will not recognize him as the champ. The champ is Homicide. CM Punk is a thief. A tremendous athlete, but a thief nonetheless. And Bryan Danielson now is fighting back with everything he has. A big left hand in the midsection of CM Punk. And another right hand rocks him. Rights and lefts by Danielson as CM Punk staggered. Sends him to the corner. And a big chop in a second. Another kick to the chest. Bryan Danielson with a burst of energy out of nowhere, but he used the bad leg for that kick.
The back heel kick.
And hurt bad.
He paid the price for that. He hit the first few kicks were with the good leg, then he hit that back heel kick in the corner, and you could see him clutch his knee as soon as he connected with that.
He is in a bad way here.
Airplane spin possibly coming up from Bryan Danielson. No,
with that bad leg.
Back to the leg. Figure 4 once again.
He's got it locked in again. Danielson in the center of the ring there.
Just has it
Locked in. He may need the tap here if he plans on finishing this match. He may need to give right here just to save himself. Better to lose the fall than lose the war. He's got to give it up here because he is nowhere near the ropes, and he's tapping out right there.
CM Punk up 1 fall 2-0. A submission victory with the figure 4 leg lock. And CM Punk up 1-0 against Bryan Danielson. Needs to stay on that leg. No rest periods. Screw rest periods.
No rest periods indeed. They're going right back at it. As we said earlier, whoever won that first fall was going to have such a huge advantage, and CM Punk now has that advantage of the cushion of a 1-fall lead. He can now take a couple of chances he might not normally take against a guy like Bryan Danielson, knowing that he has that 1-fall advantage in the bank.
Dragon screw leg whip out of the corner.
Dragon screw. This could lead to another figure 4 here. No, what's he going to do? He's going to wrench back right on that knee and take him down to the canvas. And Bryan Danielson is in serious trouble here. In fact, he may well lose this 2 falls to none because CM Punk is going to work now. It looks like he's trying to lock in a single-legged Boston Crab, and he's got it right there. Look at the pain on the face of the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Jim Bragg right there. He may be tapping here, and CM Punk may win this 2 falls to none.
Excellent combination of maneuvers, doing more damage to the leg of Danielson right there. Hit that knee DT, the even toe, if you will, and then the single-legged crab. But Danielson fighting his way out of it with his good leg.
What tenacity by this guy, slapping his own knee to kick CM Punk in the face to force him to break that hold. And again, he is forced to just crawl his way back to the center of the ring while CM Punk is in the corner. Finally, he's able to get to his feet, but he is in a bad, bad way as he tries to take advantage of CM Punk with another big chop at second in the corner, making a trifecta. 4 for $1. CM Punk's in trouble in the corner, and Bryan Danielson now is starting to go to work. Takes him over by the head and wrenches back on that arm.
Very smart, going right back to that arm, even though several minutes at a time, Punk's been working over the leg of Danielson. Every time he gets the advantage, he goes back to that arm.
Dragon follows him into the corner. CM Punk in the corner trying to get away, but to no avail as he has that arm racked over the top over the top rope, and he is just bending back on that elbow. The steel cable providing all the pressure onto the arm of CM Punk, which is already in a bad, bad way here. And American Dragon is trying to fight his way back into this match as he is behind one fall to none here to CM Punk.
He wrestles him down to the canvas with the hammerlock, grabs hold of the opposite arm, pulling back on that arm as well. Referee in perfect position to see if Punk needs to give it up here. It could tie this match at one fall apiece.
Look at him wrench back on that shoulder, almost putting the deltoid muscle right off the bone. He yanked it so hard, and he is going to work on Punk. He's trying to lock in an armbar, but CM Punk now is doing the smart thing. He's clasped his fingers together to try and stop him from bending back the capsule of the elbow when he wrenches back on that armbar. If he cannot keep those hands together and allows Danielson to bend that arm back, he is going to just pop the elbow right out, and CM Punk is doing everything he can to fight his way out of this armbar.
Yep, successfully avoided the cross-arm break, did not get full extension, and Punk, as soon as he's back to his feet, back to the knee. Such great athletes, picking one body part and sticking to it.
CM Punk again going right back to the leg. Sound strategies. He slams over and just snaps the hamstring back of Bryan Danielson. He worked on the thigh earlier, trying to knot up the femoris muscles, the four-headed quadriceps in the thigh, and now he's going to work on the hamstring after he's already done serious damage with that figure four. Danielson hanging onto the ropes with everything he's got, trying to stop Punk from dragging him out of that corner. But now Punk is content to just step across the face and the throat of him in the corner, trying to drag him out of there.
Well, yeah, but Danielson does have two good arms. He can certainly keep himself from being pulled out of the corner and down over the ropes.
And if he's grabbing him by the hair of his chinny chin, big chop takes him off his feet.
Learn to shave, buddy. You wouldn't have that kind of problem if you shaved that stupid beard.
Probably not. CM Punk with a fist drop right across the forehead of Bryan Danielson, and he's going for a second right across the face of the American Dragon, and Punk now going to go for a cover. No, he's going to lean across his throat with his leg and choke the man out right in front of the referee.
What's going on. He's like, it wasn't a hair pull, he shaves his head.
You see Milo Beasley getting his...
Mr.
Milo Beasley getting his 2 cents worth in with referee Jim Bragg.
Well, he's an advisor at ringside, so that's exactly what his job is.
Headbutt to the midsection, taking a page out of the book of Bryan Danielson is CM Punk. We've seen him use that move many times before, but now Punk is using it to his advantage.
Using his own tricks against him right here. Again over the ropes, this time sunset flip.
Went to the well once, he's caught a sunset flip. 1-2, and he kicks out.
Oh, catches the leg, and another
dragon screw. Wow.
Punk is tenacious.
All over, he goes for the figure four, but he's caught in the cradle. Rolls him up, 1, 2, 3. They're tied at 1 fall apiece.
Went for that figure four leg lock once more. Grabbed the head of CM Punk inside cradle, 1, 2, 3, and it's 1-1 in this 2 out of 3 falls matchup as we go into your third and deciding fall.
What tenacity by Bryan Danielson, hanging on for dear life, able to grab that cradle and hold on until the 3 count, and we are all tied up at 1 fall apiece, and whoever wins this next fall is going to win the match, and CM Punk is going right back to work on the already damaged wheel of Bryan Danielson. drops it across his thigh, and then connects with a drop kick right to the knee.
Danielson has the bad knee, Punk with that bad arm. Both men have been very smart about sticking to that one body part that they've selected. And despite everything else that goes on, damage to themselves, every time they get the advantage, they go back to that body part. The leg for CM Punk on Danielson, the arm for Bryan Danielson on CM Punk.
One fall apiece here in this 2 out of 3 falls match. This match now may come down to whoever makes the first big mistake in this fall. They're going to cost themselves this match. So we may see a little bit more cautious offense out of these two guys, not wanting to be the one who makes that error that costs them the match.
The shoulders of Danielson down there for a near fall right there. As Punk tying up that leg, putting pressure on the leg of Danielson as he reaches forward, grabbing hold of the face of CM Punk.
Actually, I think he had him by the hair. Turnabout is fair play. He doesn't have any hair on his chin he can grab, so he grabs the top of his head, and Jim Bragg finally forces him to make the break. Excuse me, Billy Dalton forces him to make the break, and CM Punk connects with a headbutt that looked dangerously low.
That was in the midsection, abdominal region. Again, looking for a leg submission right here.
Could be going for the sharpshooter, could be going for the Texas Cloverleaf. He's going to try and turn him over here. Danielson, though, able to grab a leg and hang on for himself.
Wow, counters and turns it around.
Wrenching back on the knees of CM Punk here. Bryan Danielson
Snaps back with the legs in Indian nutlock position, putting a lot of pressure on the legs of Punk now as well. But not going back to that arm.
He's going to reach back
into the Moodalop.
Reaches back with the bridge. Again, the neck muscles coming into play here as he gets CM Punk right around the chin. And now he's going to try and go to work on the arms. He has CM Punk in a pole position.
Changes it up.
Turn him over. He's got him in the cradle here. 1, 2, and Punk's able to float out.
Wow, had the legs tied up, grabbed hold of the arms and forced them down for a near fall, and Punk scoots to the floor to try to regain his composure a little bit.
Milo Beasley not far behind. Anywhere CM Punk is, you're going to see Azriel or Milo Beasley, and they're out on the floor now here in Sebring, Florida. 2 out of 3 falls in the main event here. They are going at it 1 fall apiece here. Whoever wins this next fall is going to win this matchup.
Danielson just kicking away at CM Punk right in front of these fans. Getting a burst of energy, almost knocking over some of their lights here.
That's what we're talking about.
Billy Dalton out there trying to exhort these guys back into the ring. The last thing he wants to do after this kind of hard
There's no call for that.
Milo Beasley just taken out of his wheelchair by Bryan Danielson on the outside, and now he's going to work.
Hey, don't put your hands on him. He's crippled and homeless. Airplane spin on Milo Beasley.
Mr. Milo Beasley.
Round and round he goes. There's no need for any of this. The match is not with Mr. Milo Beasley.
Takes him right out of the wheelchair now and is going to try and eliminate him from this match. He's involved himself on more than one occasion here, so now he is going to do everything he can to take him out of the equation. Right on the floor in front of the crowd here in Sebring. Still going round and round.
Referee needs to get these two back inside the ring. This match is between CM Punk and Bryan Danielson. Danielson's not even going to be able to walk after this.
Unbelievable. How is he even standing at this point?
It's amazing just what Bryan Danielson can put his own body through, executing that airplane spin, and still try to keep his own equilibrium.
Especially after all the damage that's been done by CM Punk on the legs. Now he's going to roll Milo Beasley into the ring. Maybe he doesn't know who he's got there after he spun around so many times on the floor. He's got Milo Beasley, not CM Punk.
Bad enough that he's homeless and he can't walk.
See, he's
Recovering, man.
CM Punk now, though, unbeknownst to Danielson, coming on the top with a leg drop right across the American Dragon's chest.
Referee needs to get Mr. Milo Beasley out of the ring. Thank you.
Roll his
Hey, be
crippled ass
careful
out.
with him.
CM Punk and Bryan Danielson still going at it here. The winner of this fall is going to win this matchup here in the main event at Full Impact Pro here in Sebring. And CM Punk now, with him in the corner, Bryan Danielson that is just unloading right hands across the chest and the face of Danielson. Sets him up on top.
Punk looking to take a chance here. Maybe a superplex coming up.
This match ain't over.
Maybe a top rope Rana if he can get it. Top rope Rana. The top he takes it.
Spikes Danielson right on top of his head. He may have him here. Billy Thornton down too. No!
Wow. It's got to be about a half hour these two have been battling thus far. Tied at 1 fall apiece.
Unbelievable, the conditioning of these two athletes. You talk about two guys putting their bodies through hell to try and win a match. You're looking at it right here as CM Punk now is again trying to go to the top to finish off Bryan Danielson here. But Danielson now is up to his feet. Can he capitalize on CM Punk? And CM Punk is clutched right across the top as he took a little too long as this match now is starting to wear on both of these competitors. They're not moving as quickly and as crisply as they did early on. But now Danielson looks to capitalize. He's got CM Punk on the top rope, and now he's looking for a superplex. If he hits it, that might be all. CM Punk sits down and try and block it, but Danielson drags him back to the top one more time. Is he going to get him off his feet? Can he superplex him?
Superplex off the top rope by Dragon. He connects. Rolls CM Punk over, and now Danielson with the spinning toe hold on Punk, and yet again Punk trying to fight it off. Now Danielson looking for a figure four leg lock on Punk himself.
Taste of his own medicine right there. The figure four leg lock on CM Punk, and he is right in the center of the ring. Count one, count two. Oh, so close. The pain all over the face of CM Punk as he is just begging Billy Thornton to get him to break this hold. But there is nowhere for CM Punk to go. He is right in the middle of the ring. Momo Beasley can't help him. Azrael isn't here to help him. He's got to find a way to get out of this figure four. And Bryan Danielson is going to win this match right here in the center of the ring.
He reaches the ropes.
Finally able to make it to the ropes and break the hold. But what kind of damage has been done to the legs of CM Punk now by Bryan Danielson?
He doesn't need Mr. Milo Beasley. He doesn't need Azrael. He doesn't need a 2x4. Punk can do it with just his wrestling ability, and that's exactly what's going to happen right now as he's got Danielson up. Right on his head.
Spikes him right on top of his head. Unbelievable out of nowhere. CM Punk hits the pile driver. Covers him. Count one. Count two. And Danielson kicks out.
Only two, and you can call that a lackadaisical cover, but I think it's just he's too worn down to really go for a proper cover and hook that leg.
Absolutely. At this point of the match, any kind of cover is a cover. You can't be worried about hooking the leg. I know you want to try and hook it every chance you get, but after these two have been going at it, anytime you get a chance to just lay somebody down for a count, you're going to take it. And now he's got Danielson in the corner, wrapping his leg around the ropes one more time.
Elevates Danielson. You know, that could be a strategic error on Danielson's part. Rather than going back to the arm of CM Punk, he instead chose to go for a figure four of his own. Why switch body parts in the third fall?
Good point. But he comes off.
He an uppercut off the ropes.
Unbelievable. He just knocked CM Punk about out of his boots, and both men are down here as Billy Dalton begins the count. Bryan Danielson and CM Punk are both in trouble here. Whoever can get to their feet first is going to have a serious advantage here in the last fall of this 2 out of 3 falls matchup. Is it going to be Bryan Danielson or CM Punk? Billy Dalton continues to count. If both men can't get up, it's going to be a double count out, and this match will be ruled a draw.
The fans here at Club C4 in Sebring are witnessing a classic here at Full Impact Pro as the mobile studio has come to town and brought some of the very best wrestlers in the business today. Danielson kicking away at the leg. CM Punk back to the figure four he goes. Tailwind by Punk. He's going to have him here. 1, 2, no! Not able to pin him. Going for another uppercut. Punk looking for the backslide. Can't he get it yet?
Backslide. He's got him. Count 1, 22, and again, Danielson able to get out. CM Punk now with Danielson up across his shoulders here. Airplane spin by Punk. Unbelievable. Airplane spin by Punk, but he's caught from behind by Danielson. He rolls him up. 1, 2, and Punk kicks out.
He certainly knows how to get out of his own hole. Oh, man. Takes him back down to the canvas, but Punk can't get back to his feet himself. Again, both men are down.
Near fall after near fall here. Punk out of nowhere, finally with the lariat, may have just knocked Bryan Danielson out.
Both men digging down for a burst of energy. Punk, the first one, back to a standing position as he pulls Bryan Danielson back up.
Could be looking for another suplex here, maybe a breakout, so he's got him up. Danielson able to go behind. Trying to walk through the counter mutilation here. He's got the arms if he can get him down. Oh, low blow for CM Punk.
That was right to the thigh. If you look at that, it was a perfect camera shot from the main camera angle on my monitor here. That was right to the thigh. That was not a low blow by Punk. Looking to come off the ropes.
Goes for another lariat, but he's caught one more time by Danielson. He's got him. He's going to lock it in right here. That's going to be the end of CM Punk. If he can turn him, that's going to be it. He's got it locked in right there in the center of the ring. There is nowhere for CM Punk to go. Bryan Danielson has the cattle mutilation locked in, and CM Punk's tapping out.
CM Punk has tapped out to the cattle mutilation. Danielson working over the arm of CM Punk for the duration of the matchup. The match, when it came right down to it, the bad arm of CM Punk couldn't withstand the pain of the double arm bridge submission of Bryan Danielson. The cattle mutilation we have witnessed here at Sebring, truly an epic encounter for Full Impact Pro. Bryan Danielson with the victory.
For Dave Prazak and the rest of FIP, this is Low Runner. Thank you, everybody.